Hello, this is Chef John from foodwishes.com with pecan and apricot stuffing / dressing, it depends. So let me show you how to put this together. I'm going to use a sourdough loaf, which I think gives dressing a really nice flavor because it's a little tangy, and the other ingredients are on the sweet side, so it's a nice balance. So you're going to tear that in small pieces. You can cut it if you want, but if you cut it, you don't get as many nooks and crannies, and it's not as rough and irregular, which I think works good for dressing. By the way, where I learned that technique, the park, the people that feed the pigeons and the ducks, fabulous technique. Go check them out. All right, we're going to pop that in a 275-degree oven until they're crisp and dry. It's going to take about 20 minutes, a half hour. You don't want to brown them. You just want to dry them out so they're crisp. In the meantime, we're going to get our aromatic vegetables ready. That is 1 onion diced and about 2 ribs of celery diced. We're going to add that to a saute pan on medium-low. All right, not too hot. We're going to melt the butter. That's a half a stick of butter. I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt, and we're going to slowly braise those vegetables in the butter. This is the secret to stuffing. Nice, buttery, aromatic vegetables. So that's going to go about 10 minutes altogether, medium-low. We don't want to brown them. I'm going to add a teaspoon of herb de Provence. Okay, and by the way, herb de Provence is just like almost like an Italian herb mix. It's got a little lavender in there. If you can't find that, just use an Italian herb mix. It's got the thyme, the rosemary, the marjoram, and so forth. That'll be fine. And a teaspoon of dry rubbed sage. All right, so the herbs are in. We're just going to let that cook for another couple minutes while I dice my apricot. I have 4 ounces of dried pitted apricots. So just go ahead and dice those up. All right, nice and small. We want this to distribute throughout the dressing. I'm going to add those to the hot butter, and I'm just going to turn that off. All right, stir them in, turn off the heat, and just let them sit in that hot butter with the vegetables while you prepare the other things. And that's just going to help flavor the butter. It's going to wake up the flavors in the apricots a little, and it's going to be beautiful. We're going to take a cup of pecan halves, chop it up. My bread is now ready. It's crisp. It's dry, but it's not brown. If it's a little golden, it's okay. But you don't want a dark brown. All right, throw that in a bowl. Add your pecans. Add your aromatic vegetable apricot mixture. We're going to put in a few grinds of fresh black pepper to taste, of course. All right, give that a little toss, and then the wet ingredients. I'm going to do 2 cups of a nice low-sodium, organic, free-range chicken broth. You use whatever one you want. I'm going to put a cup of that in and mix it up. And once that's absorbed, I'm going to add the other cup and mix it up. Now, why didn't I add both at one time? You know, that's a great question. I really have no idea. You probably can. That's just how I do it, though. So, follow me or do it your own way. I don't care. I'm going to add 1 beaten egg. All right, you're going to mix the egg in well. And when that's all mixed, we're going to put it in a buttered casserole dish. Now, this is an 11 by 14. I like crispy top on my stuffing. And the bigger pan you use, the crispier the top will get because it'll be flatter. You can pile this all up in a 9 by 13 regular casserole dish if you want. It'll fit, but it just will be thicker and it won't have as big a surface area. By the way, do not pack it down. If you pack it down, it'll be much denser. But I like to just scatter mine, just give it a little light tapping with the tip of the spatula, so I get lots of nooks and crannies. Look at the nooks and look at the crannies. Check it out. All right, it's going to go in the oven, 350, until the top is browned and it's heated through. It takes about a half hour, 35 minutes, and that's done. It is so delicious. So that is a great all-purpose dressing. The sweet and the sour from the apricots, the crunchy, nutty pecans, butter, that delicious sourdough, butter. Of course, it's great with Thanksgiving, but here I served it with a pork chop. It's great with a prime rib of beef, chicken, quail, duck, goose, and, any other bird you can name. So anyway, there's an all-purpose, easy dressing / stuffing. And what's the difference? If you cook it like that, it's dressing. If you stuff it in the turkey, it's stuffing. Same thing. All right, so give that a try. Go to the website if you need the ingredient list. And as always, enjoy.